Okay, it's been 3 weeks, I think, since the last time I was at this fucking thing. It's taking way too long now. I love doing the work, but it's just taking too long. So I'm happy with this side. So I'm just going to weld, once I get this all off, I'm just going to weld everything up. So on the other side, I want to match it. So what I'm going to do here is keep these. I'm just going to snap this off and make the same as the other side. All it does is come out here and have small little bins. And I'm going to replace this with the box iron and do the same with just a couple of small little bins. Just trying to have them all looking the same. Just the same kind out, the same bins, the same angles. Just they don't have to be exactly, just roughly. Because like that's a massive, and it looks kind of stupid. And there's a big difference to that. I just want them all the same. So I'm just going to snap this off, snap that bottom bit off, and just replace that. And once that's done, I'm going to weld the whole lot. And then that's all this done. Oh, I have to strengthen that up, that won't take long. Then I just have to fill in these, and that's the actual body done. So all I'll be doing after that then is I'm going to run steel, like little steel bars off the body about a half an inch down the whole length, and that's where I'm going to cable tie all my wire and just some place to put it. And then I just want to make up all the little brackets for holding the wires and all my little spotlights. And I think that's it done. Then I'm ready. I just need to take it off. And then like even all these corners here, I want to cut them off and just round them. Here, I just want to cut that off and round it up on all the corners and weld anything that might rust. Anywhere I've missed a gap, like see here, I want to fill that up just so it's smooth, and when it paints it, it gets a nice flat surface. So once I get this done, there's fuck all left to do in it. It's late in the evening now here again. It's, what time is it? I think it's 5:30 in the evening. I'm just starting. I'm just going to spend a couple hours at it.
I have all these bits welded up. The last few videos have been over, I'd say 4 days. I just had an hour each day, and I've been messing about just with the TIG welder yesterday, just to see how it goes. And what I'm doing now is I'm just going to weld up this, try and get this stitched in, the other panel, just try and get them done. It's going to take me a while because it'll warp easy enough. I've stitched in well now, just see how it goes. I'm doing I'm welding this. It's 1 mil wire I'm using. It's awful big. So this is 3 mil. So I'm welding this, and it's just falling over, touching it, but it's going right through it. So it's coming out alright. Just gonna weld the fucking lot of it now. Won't take long to stitch that up. It's nearly done now. Say 3 more passes around that bottom one. It'll be done. Fucked up the fit in there at the beginning. I have a big gap here. And it's fucking just touching it here, and it's sticking out about half the width of the sheet. What I'm just going to do is I'm going to run a disc up, one of the smallest ones I have. But anyone who's using these knows well, but anyone who's not used to it, these discs are thick at the beginning. So if I use this one that's thin, it's sharp at the edge, it's kind of worn in. It's probably about half the thickness if I use a new disc. So I'm going to use this, so the cut will be it'll be a tiny bit smaller, be easier to weld. So use an old disc, not a brand new one, do something like this. I'll run an even amount of stitches around here. So when I start going in circles, I'll have even welds, even heat. Like here. Split all the gaps. They're all welded through. They're tiny stitches, but at the welder it's 1 mil, so there's a lot of heat coming out of it, but it's only a blast, so a millisecond. So I like using the heavier stuff because it's zero heat in the piece, but it goes all the way through. That's that welded in there. I'm just going to let it cool right off before I start grinding it. I'm going to do the other side. I messed up here. this one has an awful bow in it, because this faces in behind that. And it's this that's warped, not this, because this is straight everywhere else. Whenever I welded that in, I didn't notice. I put this on. Maybe welding it bolted a bit more, but might try and heat it and push it out again. But yeah, I'm just going to let it cool right off. Get the other side done. As the next piece cut out roughly, it's just fitting in. A few more bits to be trimmed out, and I'm going to bead roll it, so it might shrink it in a small bit. It's fitting just about, and I'd say I can nearly weld it in the way it is. So I've just marked, put that in the edge, draw a line around square, and then just putting around corners of it. I'll show that in another video now. As soon as I started that, I went cross-eyed. Came on alright though. What you happy with it? So why that line is different to the rest of it? Wider. Why is that happening? It's fucking going in the way it is now. I don't know why, but as soon as I start doing that, I feel like I'm going cross-eyed and dizzy. See the extra mark here? I have it tightened too much. It's where the outside of the die here is hitting it. The shape came out alright. It's not a dent, it's just a mark. I don't know how it's going to look when I paint it. And this side just about done now. Just a couple of holes in the bottom down there. And grind it off. I've done this side over here. But it needs a small bit of filler work, which I didn't want to do. There's a big hump in there. It's from welding this on, because the same happened to the other side. I've gone along and I've it's hard to see it there. Just taking everything off it. Nice and smooth now. I was going to put one down here, but I think I'm just going to put the cross piece in. Kind of finishing it off a small bit. This side finished here now. Bought one of these. It's for a paint and rust remover. There was a soft one there. I should have bought it. It was a black one. It's a real hard one. I think it's wire and whatever the fuck that is. I don't know. I'm just going to give it a test. See what it comes out like. There was a soft one. I should have bought it. Good test. I just bought it. What did he fit in there? This one particular. What the fucker? Can't have a guard in it. Sit in the gears, turn it on, see what happens. Bring it over and take some paint off. See what fucking happens. Let's see here. There's that spot there. There you go. Just a bit on it. That's quite fucking good, Jesus. Get that light on for it. Yeah. It cleaned up lovely, took feck all steel off it. You can see it kind of feathered the undercoat. There's not a big jump down. There is there in the top though. Oh, it's big there. Oh, I'll be using that. That's it all there for this evening. Got a good bit done today now, just them panels. They take a good while. And to get them cleaned. So tomorrow, I don't have a fucking clue what I'm at. Probably the strobe light on the top. I'll start fitting my work lights and my tail lights. It shouldn't take too long if I get a good run at it. And then what I want to do is, let me see what the other fucking thing. I need to fit something in here where my straps can go. Something I can drop them into. I'll do that now if I can. I might weld in the bit going across there. All this needs to be cleaned up, all them welds. But I might take the body off of that. So once I have the tail lights on, I actually think that's it done. I just need to run the bars to the wire and that's all. And mount 2 fuse boxes. Yes, it's the only thing left, so is lights. Once the lights are done, I'm onto the paint for the body. And then once that's done, I'll fuck the body outside and let it cure for the time it takes me to do the chassis and cab. So the chassis and cab just needs, I might take that axle off and paint it, but the airbags need to go on it. And I might just wax all the chassis and just do the bodywork there on the cab. Only a couple of days work on that.